Hey folks, please join our great community at rivianstories.com to get all the latest updates, pics, and videos from Rivian owners and fans. We also have t-shirts, hats, and gear guides for your next adventure. Hope to see you there. All of this just brings me back to what I said at the beginning, that it is May 26th. The last we heard from Rivian over a month ago is that R1Ss were going to be delivered to employees for the month of May, and non-employee customers would start receiving them at the end of May, going into June with a ramp. It's May 26th. None of that has happened. We have a post from Coach Batch that I referred to on a video that came out today, where we're tracking a lot of early R1S order holders, and none of those people have gone on to 8-step. So we're at the point now, unless they were going to turn around an 8-step in 3 days, then. But we haven't heard anything, so it's just time to speculate. I know what I think, but I'll let one of you guys speculate first. See if you want to take my prediction. Let's predict. Let's go.
I predict that it's still going to be a month or two before customer R1S deliveries. I'm saying maybe a handful between late June and early July, and I think it's going to start in earnest August-September timeframe.
I wish I would have gone first, because I was going to say August, but I'll copy you. I think the big push won't happen until August.
Once again, it is the unknown and all this uncertainty, the lack of communication, that really, really bothers the customer base. If Rivian just came out and said it, like, hey, we're not going to deliver any customer vehicles until August, the customer base can handle that. They need to come out and say it and just properly set those expectations. It's not knowing that drives people absolutely nuts.
My prediction is absolutely a delay. I mean, it's going to be a delay from this month again. Absolutely a delay from my March-April window. That was the last I heard, you know. And that's still our window. We're supposed to get updated windows now. I still haven't received that, so we'll get that. But I predict that we'll see our first non-employee R1S deliveries, like to that list that we're referring to, like maybe some of those people, like the last week of July, like just a couple, and then a few more in August. But I would say probably only like 100 in August, you know, maybe a couple hundred. And then they have to ramp, you know, so. And this is all just speculation, for the record. Like, we've just been speculating long enough to where we have these gut feelings, and yeah.
So I'll tell you, I'm personally very disappointed, because I had an April-May time frame, and months ago planned a vacation for the end of June, planning a little wiggle room that was planned to be the first family vacation in the Rivian, in the R1S, and literally have a lot of things planned that are more or less kind of Rivian specific. And also, you know, I wanted to create a different kind of cool content for our viewers, our audience, our community, that's not us three guys speculating about Rivian, right? And now they're kind of just leaving us hanging.
We know it's difficult what they're doing. We knew to expect bumps along the road, and it's fine, all said and done. We're going to get a new date, Skylar, right? We're going to get a new date at some point, probably soon. And by soon, I mean within the next week or two, because we were told we were going to get updated dates by the end of May. It's May 26th. The question that we're going to have then is, like, I'm just not going to believe the next date. We're trained now to, like, just believe it when it's like here. And that's what I'm setting my expectations up for personally anyway. And that's not like a knock. It's just like it's a self-defense mechanism. I'm not trying to be overly negative. I'm just like, this is where I'm not making any more plans. It'll get here. It'll be worth the wait, but temper expectations. And then what made it worse is seeing Jimmy's. Like, once you see the crap, you're like, I'm back in. Woo! Like, I can wait.
Well, it is nice to see the excitement of all of the people that have taken delivery of the R1T. And actually, I think that it is a appropriate time to do a quick walk back in history. So 1 year ago, we were waiting for the first guide contacts at the end of May, and there was 5 of them.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. There wasn't very many. And R1T deliveries Rivian had announced that those were going to start in July. They did not deliver R1Ts until September, and those were 2 employees. The very first customer deliveries that we're aware of happened in December, and that was like 1 or 2. And then, January, February, people with January, February ETAs, they missed those. And
very quietly.
And, delivery started in earnest in March. So that is a long time after they said that they were going to start. And
this has all happened.
Yeah.
It's just happening again. I mean, everything you said there is like the same steps. I just think that the overall time span will be shrunk because they have learned a lot. I don't think it'll be quite as extended, but
I agree. They've matured a lot as it relates to manufacturing, and they're working on figuring out the delivery logistics and service center prep and all those things. But the one thing that I would ask is, Rivian, just tell us, be honest with us. And Rivian's had an issue with trust, and I feel like, Kyle, you just said a minute ago, you're just not going to believe their dates.
yeah.
And
I guess
if you know that you're not going to hit dates, share that. And share it when you know you're not going to hit dates.
That's the biggest thing. I mean,
yes.
Yeah. The biggest thing is a more nimble approach to communication. Waiting is never fun, especially when you've sold vehicles and all that. Like, I talked to Coach Batch a few nights ago for like 30 minutes on the phone, and he sold his vehicle. He installed a little 1450 plug down low. He's like, I scrape my shin on it every day. He's like, all these evil reminders everywhere I look, and so that's when the waiting becomes literally painful, when you're scraping your knee on your Charger.
And it's been 1 year since I sold my Grand Cherokee, my daily driver. I've been driving
based on
around.
Delivery estimates, based on your ETA.
Yes, based on the fact that they said that R1S was on track for August of last year.
Yeah.
And I've been driving my 3/4 ton diesel pickup, and how painful is that right now with fuel prices? I mean,
Oh my goodness.
Deep breath.
Deep breath. And although we're not talking like every day to like Team Rivian, we have had a chance to meet people at Team Rivian, and we know, just to all of you guys listening to this and gals, that Team Rivian, they really want us to have our vehicles. Like, they want us to have it. So we're thankful for that, and we know that you want us to have it. We know our guides want us to have it, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So
right.
I guess at the end of the day, the suggestion is still just like frequent communication, even when it's like, man, it's looking like we might not hit this next one.
Frequent and honest, forthcoming, transparent communication.
Yeah. All right, folks, that's it for this one. Again, catch the entire episode on Spotify, Apple Podcast, or your favorite podcast app. Until the next video, we'll be hanging out at rivianstories.com, so we hope to see you there.